Good morning. A pig breeding in conventional buildings is something which is challenged by a large part of the population. It has to do with the well-being of animal well-being. You know, the production of a conventional pork production is dramatic. I'm referring to swine fever and the increase in the price of inputs. Animal well-being is a hope for breedings. They might get paid more. There are a number of alternative methods that are valuable based on the continuous watch, long-term watch, and the summary synthesis of the summaries. My presentation tries to illustrate the production cost and the way you could use and market these pigs with open-air access. The development of alternative breeding in Germany, there's a lot of pressure from society at large, growth of production, increase in production, and there was a strong opposition from society who would insisted on improving well-being of animals. Political pressure too, since the 2010s, government programs non-stop, all of them try to improve living conditions of animals, and with the list of the latest programs since the early 2010s, and a regulatory pressure with the prohibition of castration without anesthesia, 2021, prohibition of pens in maternities, and compulsory labeling of the mode of breeding, and the market pressure with the proliferation of tags and labels to indicate the level of animal welfare or mode of breeding. So proliferation of labels, you want to inform consumers, of course, and German retailers came to terms and they want to harmonize labeling of the type of breeding. It's called Altos form, which is an aggregator of existing labels. According to the specification, they are either level 1, level 2, or level 3. The Alten form, when it comes to pig, concerns fatting only, whether there's straw, access to outdoors, the use or antibiotics. In 2021, Aldi Nord and South said they would give up to pigs raised to without any open access. So level 1, 0.75 square meters per pig, and chains or wood. Level 2 is improved standard, 10%, an additional 10% of area, and organic material is the TIVO initially. Level 3 imposes an additional 40% of area, straw, and access to outdoor climate. And level 4 imposes twice as large surface, straw everywhere, access to outdoors via through a yard, no GMOs in the feed. My presentation has to do with the pigs raised in level 3 or 4. A different study shows the deterioration of performances and higher costs in these open buildings. For instance, the Versates, which an advisory panel, 700 of its members, and 60% of them are in standard 1, the rest in improved building, even open-air access, show that consumer index goes up as you increase the area, but the consumption index is degraded when pigs get more active outdoors. Working time can be a key feature, key problems. The weather, the time of work varies, working hours, according to whether there's straw in the building or not. You see differences, in addition 28 to 43 minutes in addition, and the cost of a fattening pen is increased as well. The Rhin-Ruhr du Nord, North Rhine-Westphalia, calculated the cost, the average cost, 2017 to 2021, 1.53 for standard buildings, 1 1.59 with 10% additional area, 1.8 fine for level 3, and an additional €2 for the fourth solution, additional work when there's straw, and deterioration of the consumer index and GMO-free feed. This extra cost is supposed to be covered by higher prices, so hence the need to have a label, but also premiums given if you want to use straw. Now, breeders who invested in these alternative buildings do research. They're looking for promising outlets, otherwise they can't really make a profit. Local butchers, now the marketing opportunities for these alternative pork breeding have multiplied. Now there are 21 in level 3 and 15 in level 4, 2, 3, 4 breeders, and they tend to communicate or report on the straw or regional character of their production. The most significant markets are Kaufland and Edeka for level 3. You see the number of pigs per week, and Edeka and Aldi for level 4 with 1,600 pigs per week. Wertschätze de Kaufland reported to the animal well-being, the quality of the meat, the German origin and the production, the remuneration of how much breeders get paid, and the breeder has a contract with a minimum price and an additional cost which is not made public. Now they have about 50 breeders, 200 to 3,200 places. There has to be a contract with a breeder and fattener, and the floor price is agreed, and then you have an additional gain of €20 per pig plus the Tiervo bonus. In 2021, the objective of the retailer was increase the share of this alternative boat 1 to 10%, because there's increasing demand from younger people who can't afford organic meat, and the taste, the meat tastes better. Now, Edeka, Kaufland and Edeka, now as well as the fatting, you know, there are maternities, more room, a 10-year contract at a fixed price, €2.15 in 2021. So it's quite adequate. Well, but with the increase in the price of raw materials, it's a bit tight. And Fair&Gut, Aldi, uses different standards. Farms, which is Tony's label, and they communicate or report on the German origin. They're bred in the northwest part of German, so the less than the 4 hours in transport. So what about countralization? 40% of pigs were marketed this way in Germany in 2021. These are additional specifications, of course, mean that there's an overcost, though the breeder must make sure that he'll be able to sell his pigs, alternative pigs. And another reason was it can be a bit iffy, swine fever. Breeders want to make sure that be able to market their pigs, lower production, and the end of subcontracting. So it is indeed a hybrid model of marketing in Germany, free for standard pigs or on contract for the well-being marketing. So there's a lot of pressure from society as a whole, from politics and regulations. So last year, 21-22, 10% of breeders and pig breeders have decided to change activity shift to another activity. Lower consumption, but the volumes never exceeded 2% for these extremely demanded levels. Of course, there are many barriers, difficult to get a building authorization, declining demand. They don't accept any new candidates. The costs are getting higher and higher. And in order to compensate high costs, you have to increase by 25% for the consumer, the selling price, and a slice of salt would increase in price by 20 euros per kilos. Now, the legislation on the labeling is going through Parliament. It's been approved by the European Commission, and the objective in Germany is to use it together with the another label certifying that the meat was indeed coming from Germany. Thank you very much.